What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Cavill with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joe, the Juggernaut, Joyce. Joe Joyce will risk his unbreakable aura against Anthony Joshua. Wow. And it states, can I take AJ's power? I don't care what you think. There will be some risky exchanges on both sides, and I'm sure I could land some heavy ones on him too. Joyce would relish an explosive encounter with Anthony Joshua after earning a world heavyweight title fight. Joe Joyce wants to fight Anthony Joshua versus the Alexander Usyk winner. He said Joe Joyce is ready to risk his unbreakable aura against Anthony Joshua and doesn't care if you question his brutal methods for heavyweight domination. Savage hooks from Carlos Takam had jolted Joyce in the most alarming few rounds of his career, but he enticed his opponent into a ferocious fury of punches. He said, "I just went for it," Joe told Sky Sports. "I hit him with a left hook, and then the way he staggered back, I was like, time to end the fight." Of course, Joyce suddenly broke Takam's resistance in the 6th round at Wembley's Arena. He also stated that I could have let him recover and go for him again, but I wanted to make a statement, and I said the 6th round, so why not deliver? Okay. Joyce could withstand everything that Takam threw at him, but the Cameroon-born contender was unable to do the same. He stated everything was like bouncing off. I wasn't, oh my God, his power. I was quite happy to time him and get into his rhythm and make exchanges, but I wasn't worried too much about what was coming back. I'm putting shots together, landing in the meantime, but it depends on who is paying attention to what. If you're paying attention to the shots coming at me, yeah, I get hit with some shots. But while that is happening, I'm peppering him with loads of more shots. What about the doubters? What if Joshua, potential future opponent, was ripping punches through his defense on the reg? People are not reactive when I'm landing. Joe Joyce throws a lot of punches and he's landing a lot of shots. But then you just expect it. I don't care. It's effective and it works and I get the wins. I'm not too bothered. Those are the words of Joe Joyce. Now, let me counterpunch. I like Joe Joyce's attitude. I always like Joe Joyce. I think Joe Joyce is a down-to-earth person. I think he's tough as shit. Does he have flaws? Yeah, everybody has flaws. Does he want Joshua? I think he feels he can beat Joshua based on what? Based on the fact that he's been in the ring with Joshua. He's sparred Joshua many, many times. He's talked about the sparring wars between the two, him and Joshua. And he said, they had a war. And he said in an all-defense mechanism, he thinks that I could get the best or I could land my shots too. Now, mind you how he said it. He didn't say that, hey, I can dominate Joshua. Not in this one, okay? But he did say, hey, I can land my shots too. And I'm quite sure if he fought someone like Joshua, he would get some shots in based off the punch output that Joshua gives out. And Joe Joyce, his whole thing is spoken like a true juggernaut, right? Juggernauts are like plowing through shit, like if you know anything about juggernaut, he plows through in regard of what's coming back, so he has a perfect nickname. He will go at you regardless of what you're hitting him with. Look at Joe Joyce. Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois hit him with everything he felt he could hit him with, and he took some of those shots. He survived those shots, and he gave him what he could give him, but would from the back and forth, Joe landed up on top, okay? Carlos Takam, same thing. Carlos was, countering him pretty good over that jab. That jab, he was throwing down, he was chopping around, but he was throwing that jab, consistently, and, Carlos would weave around and catch him, you know what I mean? Dip up under that jab and catch him. And Carlos Takam is a decent puncher. He's a tough guy. He's durable himself, so it was a good match as long as it lasted. I think the referee maybe didn't respect the durability between, of Carlos Takam, and you have to look at it like, well, what if it was the other way? So, these were two tough guys, but, the ref did his job. He felt he needed to do whatever the case is. That's how it went. But going in there with someone like Joshua to have that same mentality on top of talking about or referencing, you sparred Joshua. When did you spar him? Counterpunch. When did you spar him? You sparred him around 3-4 years ago. Okay? This wasn't nothing recent. Okay? You sparred him when he was undefeated. And you know enough about his punching power. You know enough about what he can do and those things. But this was pre-Ruiz 1. Okay? All right? And doing that shit now to someone like Joshua right now, it wouldn't be good for him. However, here's the irony part, though. Here's the ironic part. Joyce, I don't think he could outbox Joshua. So he would have to do what he knows to do. Take it to Joshua. Cut off the ring. Break down any type of way that he can have an edge. If you can take the punches, put your damn hands up, because Joshua's going to be throwing punches. And Joshua's going to be trying to set him up for traps, which he's going to do. But Joyce has to be in position to land his own punches. So if his game is like, hit me and I'm going to hit you, hit me and I'm going to hit you, I think that's the only thing that he could do. But I will tell you this, the punching power of Joshua supersedes Takam's and Dubois. Dubois is just a hard-hitting, one-thinker, first-ranked tiger. Okay? Joshua's on his way to dragon status as far as experience, because he knows, hey, I could do it this way, but I know I can also do it this way. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about the mentality of a tiger and a dragon, as far as experience with, it's a martial arts term, when you know certain things, when the wisdom of a fighter, knowing you can do more than one thing. Tigers only know one: destruction, go in, seek, destroy, kill. Dragons know, hey, there's another way I can beat this particular person. There's always another choice that I can make besides the aggressive one. Maybe I can use this guy's aggression against him. Okay, so with Joshua's not going to fight Joe Joyce like that. He may decide to trade with Joe Joyce at times, but that don't mean that he will choose to do that. I see Joshua doing the same thing he did with Pulev, just only worse. Setting those things up, but see, Joe Joyce has to still take it to him. Start working his body, keep him from moving, because Joshua's footwork is better than Joyce's. Right? So Joyce would have to cut that ring off and keep throwing those punches, keep chopping with those punches, but it would be one hell of a fight, because the question would be then, hey, I know I can take his punch. You know what I mean? Already that's like a failure. That's not showing respect to a hard-hitting puncher like AJ. They did the same shit with Wilder. Didn't respect his punching power. They ended up on the damn canvas, right? You do that. Dominic Brazil did that with both of them. And Dominic Brazil is a tough mother sucker, but what happened to him in both fights? It took longer with Joshua, sure. Wilder, it took one round. Okay, again, just because you're young and hey, I have this gift, I'm a strong, durable person, don't mean you have to showcase it and flaunt it and wear it like a badge of honor all the time, because what'll end up happening, you might end up on that canvas, even though you've never been there before. But certain things, when you go up against certain challengers, there's a reason why they're there and you're here. So I think Joe Joyce and Anthony Joshua, that would be a good fight. But the thing, can Joe Joyce take AJ's power? My counterpunch to that, I don't think he would want to all the time. But then again, we will see. Now, you guys tell me what you think of Joe Joyce's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.